Hello everybody, so today I'm reviewing Captain America Civil War. This is based on the graphic novel Civil War. Now a lot of people are going to be like, hey Luca, how is it Civil War if the Fantastic Four aren't in it and Wolverine, all these other characters aren't in there? So it's Civil War because they do take a lot of moments from this graphic novel and put them into the film. Like there's a pretty big moment from this with Tony Stark that is put into the film which really did work, and I was glad to see that in there. And there's a few other tiny little moments that they do take from Civil War and put it into the film, and it is great. Now we're never going to get an actual Civil War film because of all the companies owning the different characters and that, so that's never going to happen, but we do get one of the big characters in this that was in Civil War, so that was awesome. So Civil War, Captain America Civil War is a really great film, directed by the Russo brothers. They did Captain America the Winter Soldier, a film that I did love. It's one of my favourite Marvel movies, and that was a film that felt very different from all the other Marvel movies. It felt like a step away from them. It felt like it was being more serious. Now, it did have its comedic moments, but it felt like it was being a lot more serious than the other films, and that is what this film does. It does start out with this sort of courtroom political type drama at the start, but the reasoning behind those things happening is that with the story this time, it's that from previous events, the Avengers, people now want the Avengers to be registered, and there's all these government people doing this and all politicians and all these things in other countries wanting it to happen, and they want them to register. Steve Rogers doesn't want this, but Tony Stark does, and that's why the Civil War happens between them, and that is one of the main things in the graphic novel, that they people want superheroes to be registered because of all events happening and them thinking they killed humans, and they talk about that, and that is what's really great about this, it doesn't do everything from the graphic novel, but it does do one of the massive things from the graphic novel, so that's what made it work. I loved so much about this. Now there is a few little moments, like there's a character that's brought into this to make things happen, and it's sort of a mix of the timeline, which is a bit weird. I was like, you shouldn't be here because of something else in another comic, but I'm guessing they had to put him in here to make the thing build a bit more, and that was a bit weird about that. There's also something that happens with a certain character for certain events to happen, and I was like, that doesn't happen in the comics, so why is it happening here? So there's those sort of things, but that's my only real problems with it, because yes, like I said, certain characters get brought into it, and certain things happen which don't really make sense, and it's just like you're going against the comics a little bit, but hey, I'm guessing they had to do these things to make the film work. Spider-Man, Tom Holland, is awesome. That's the main thing I have to say about this. Tom Holland as Spider-Man, Peter Parker, he is hilarious, he is great, and this is the best Spider-Man on screen that I think we've had. I absolutely loved him in this. Chadwick Boseman as the Black Panther, that character was awesome as well. It's really, really cool to see him in there, and I'm really excited to see what else they do with that character. But yeah, Civil War is a lot of fun. There's a lot of more things between Bucky Barnes and Steve Rogers' time, because that's one of the main things of why things are happening as well, and that does work. Paul Rudd as Ant-Man, once again, love him. He just brings even more hilarious stuff to this, and it was just, there's so many great moments of Ant-Man in this as well. Civil War is a very fun time. Now, it does have a pretty serious opening and some serious things happening, but when it gets to it, it is a lot of fun. Now, it's not as big as the things that happen in the graphic novel, but it is still pretty big with what it does, and it is still very fun. And I just had a lot of fun with it when seeing it. I wasn't bored. It kept me interested the whole way through, and it's very exciting, it's very thrilling, and I think the Russo brothers have definitely done it again. I'm excited to see what they do next, thing is they're doing the Avengers Infinity War, and I'm excited to see what else is going to happen with other characters, because this leaves it in a very interesting way, and I'm very excited for Spider-Man Homecoming. And yeah, I haven't really said much about this one today because I didn't want to spoil it, but Captain America Civil War, there's a few little problems I have with it, with certain characters, like I've said, but I still loved it, and it gets a 4.5 out of 5 from me. Not complete 5, just a 4.5, 4.5 out of 5, because I still enjoyed it. I still think it was really fun, but there's a few little problems I still have with it, and that's why it just gets that half, because of tiny problems, because they're really sort of minuscule problems, and then I love the rest of it. So that's my review of Captain America Civil War. If you've seen Captain America Civil War, in the comments down below if you enjoyed it. What is your favourite Marvel movie? For me, it is sort of like The Winter Soldier or Deadpool, even though I know it's not in the Marvel Universe, but I still loved that. And I love this as well, so this is my new favourite as well. This for me, unpopular opinion, The Winter Soldier was better than Avengers and Age of Ultron, and this is better than Avengers and Age of Ultron, because they have a lot of problems with Age of Ultron. I loved it when I first saw it, and look back at things, and I'm just, have problems with it now. But yeah, that's all for today. Thank you very much, and I'll see you all again very, very soon. Goodbye.